Welcome back to Elevators, the game.
Love elevators.
Can you hear me, Mega Man? I'm picking up high energy readings from close by. It looks like it's a refractor. And a big one, too. Is the refractor shielded? Most high-level refractors are protected in some kind of shield. You'll have to look for the control console and deactivate the shield. Nothing? It looks like the starter's missing. It's probably hidden somewhere nearby. You'll have to find it. Remember, there might be more than one starter key, too.
I'm thinking there's 3.
Judging by those holes.
Yeah, so explain to me what the starter does.
You plug the starter in and, it starts.
Is it anything different than just a lock?
No.
Okay. Why don't they call it the lock?
I don't know. Let's make some money. There's like mosquito reaver bots in that nest, and if you blow up the nest from real far away, they drop a ton of money.
I bet you can get 10 to 15,000 zenny in like a minute this way.
Why, you would be correct.
If you're good at it.
If you would like further evidence of how much money you can make, go check out the YouTube channel at Ulilia.
You might also learn something about Bubsy 3D. One video, why there are many. This is take 2, folks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If only I had noticed sooner.
So what happens if you get close enough to those to activate them? Do you just get swarmed by a whole lot more of those things?
A couple come out at a time, and then after that they just kind of endlessly come out until you eventually blow up the nest.
Oh, okay. That looks like it would be irritating.
It's not too bad, just because...
I don't know, they're pretty quick, and they have a wide flying pattern that takes you off the center target, right?
Yeah, but the main thing with them is that even when they normally pop out of the nest, it takes them a good, 5 seconds before they do anything.
Yeah, alright.
They just kind of float there for a while, and then they come after you. And they're also kind of slow.
But it's still better for several reasons to just shoot the nest and not wake them up.
Yes.
Okay.
These are inflatable reaver bots.
Oh, that's great! Bam!
I want to live in a world where all explosions are spherical. Or C-shaped if you're in space.
I just want to live in a world where robots can swell up like that. It's adorable.
Remember the first time you went on a dig, Mega Man? I wasn't used to being a spotter, and you ended up getting lost underground for 3 days. Remember? We were lucky that Gramps seemed to help us. I don't know what I would have done if he hadn't been there.
Mega Man, remember when you got lost for 3 days in that dungeon but it ended up just being our basement?
Isn't there actually no evidence that things are different now at this point yet in the game? Oh, Mega Man.
I'll pull this flat switch.
You can't reminisce about being bad when you haven't proven yourself to be good yet.
Oh.
It just makes me really nervous we're gonna get lost again. You stole someone's old doll. You monster.
Well, look, that little girl is dead now. Some other
How do
little
you
girl.
know? How do you know?
When I picked up that doll, it said it was an old doll. Therefore, the little girl's also old.
Yeah, like 30. How horrible.
Did you find another starter? That's 2.
I thought you were better at being a spotter. Can't you spot me picking up these keys?
Somewhere.
Roll's more like a wannabe psychic.
Woo! Refractor shard!
Only 300, though. The amount of zenny you get out of holes in this game is really random. I'm pretty sure whenever somebody programmed, there's gonna be zenny in this hole, they just mashed their hand on the number pad.
Eeny, meeny, miny, 3. Is there anything inside? Yes!
Refractor shard. Yes, 2300. Who was there a meeting that decided that number?
There was a series of memos going back and forth.
Oh, man. I like these guys, but they were scary when I was a kid.
I don't know, I think they're pretty cute.
I just like how they chase after you now.
The way they run is very, please give me a hug.
But when they get close to you, they just jump.
Yeah, that's the best kind of hug.
I don't know, that sounds like a hug.
Ever had a leaping hug? It's the sort of hug like a Labrador Retriever gives, therefore the best kind of hug.
Okay. When I think of leaping hugs, maybe because I've had different life experiences, when I think of leaping hugs, I think of an unwanted hug that came from behind while at an anime convention. This is the kind of life I have had.
Do I know the person?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait. I think you met her, but you probably don't remember her.
Oh, okay. I bet I do. Anyhow.
I don't remember her name anymore.
So these dungeons are all pretty small. We've looped around to the first room.
Yeah, all the Dungeons Mega Man Legends 1 are fairly short. Like, this first one is about 10 or 11 minutes, maybe. The later ones definitely get longer, but they're still pretty short. It isn't until Legends 2 where they get, like, a good hour in length, like a normal Zelda dungeon.
Right, but there's no, like, puzzles, so to speak.
Yeah, like, they have the, like,
You've got to figure out how to get through, but that's not so involved, really.
Yeah. Like
this ice thing is the most puzzly thing we've hit so far.
Yeah, that and, like, breaking that chest open, basically. But yeah, the Dungeons and Legends 1 are just kind of, like, getting through them and fighting stuff, and, like, activating a couple switches. Whereas Legends 2 has a little bit more in the far of, like puzzles, but they add a lot more environmental traps and stuff.
You better stay on your toes.
Is there anything in that hole? I'm gonna guess no. I'm going on the record and saying no.
The top half of my body in this hole.
Anything in no. Old bone counts as no. That is nothing.
I don't know, man.
You went from digger to grave robber, and not even the cool kind that gets like jewelry and stuff.
It's another energy barrier. I'm getting
And, like, I suppose this room is a puzzle, sort of. I mean, it.
Push all the switches, yes or
I'm
no.
gonna push all these switches. Look, it's a tough job for Mega Man.
Yeah, his squeaky feet are not made for this sort of work.
Yeah.
Be able to access the console.
Mega Man accesses all his consoles by waiting in line for midnight launches. He just loves launch title lineups.
God damn it, Roll. Did you know that the Xbox One only goes up to 720p's?
What?
I demand at least 1080p's.
At least. When's the first 4K console gonna come out, huh?
Yeah. Might as well get a PC, huh, Roll? Consoles are dead.
Wait 2 years.
Yeah.
PCs will be dead.
Nothing's happening?
Da 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 da.
Yeah, they kind of pull a joke on you and give you no boss fight for the first dungeon.
That's garbage.
Yeah, I kind of wanted a boss fight this one. Like, the other dungeons had bosses.
Like, the boss fight is your reward.
Maybe the Teasel fight right before this is supposed to be the boss. They just gave it to you at the beginning.
I guess, but I mean, you had some traversal, which is, you know, just interesting drudgery. You need a capstone event.
Yeah.
That's just basic dungeon design.
Yeah. Whoa!
Like, if Teasel was waiting for you here, it'd be perfect.
Yes. But at least we got a yellow refractor, and it can power up something, but not the flutter.
Aww.
It's too tiny.
Selling, what do you think? Let the market decide what it powers.
Grabbed a bunch of stuff in there, though.
What can you do with my bone roll?
Yeah. So we've got a grenade kit. Gives us a grenade arm. Which unfortunately
Hooray.
just does not remove Mega Man's arm and just put a grenade at the end.
Well, you wouldn't get much distance. There's no leverage. Jump springs! Jump springs!
Jump springs are really important. In fact, you kind of need them to get through this game. Anyways, you're gonna...
Don't.
That's such a good
I love
noise.
that noise.
Got the grenade
Now-
arm. Can upgrade it a little bit, but not too much.
That doesn't look like much.
Yeah, it's just a hand. Like, you don't get any launcher or anything. You just get a hand that can throw grenades. Which Mega Man's other hand could not do. I guess.
Mega Man, you throw like a wuss.
Ah,
Here, take this new arm.
yeah. So for a lot of the weapons, it's worth it to upgrade the energy just once, even if you're not planning on upgrading it much, because usually upgrading the energy at least once, like, doubles the amount of ammo you have for it.
Oh, nice.
Because I believe the grenade arm starts out with 16 throws, and upgrading the energy once gives you 32.
The first step's a doozy.
So yeah, we got that grenade arm, but we also got those jump springs, and once we equip those, Mega Man's jump is gonna get crazy.
Does it have a new jump sound?
No.
Well, it's a good thing we like the old one. Whoa!
Yeah, he jumps ridiculously high now. But since we got those jump springs, we can actually get to another area of this dungeon.
Are we suddenly in water now, Mega Man?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little NES joke for you. Yeah. Know your roots. Yeah. Kill me.
Oh!
That little fellow is swift.
Yeah. That's all they do, too. They just kind of bop up against Mega Man's head. They don't have any other attacks.
I guess that's all they need.
I guess so. When you're just a tiny bird bot.
Can we go and shred some sweet tricks?
Not yet.
Can Mega Man hit the half pipe?
Not yet. But we can use that rollerboard to... Well, we can't use the rollerboard to make a mega skateboard.
That is awesome. I want to play Mega Man's Underground. I want to play Mug.
Look, if you want to play Mug, you're gonna have to get the Mug skateboard peripheral.
Worth it?
I actually tried using one of those Tony Hawk peripherals once, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Shocked. I am shocked. Now, that crate, is that like grenade only, or...
Oh no.
Okay.
You can blow it up anyway, but the grenade is okay. There are better weapons than the grenade arm. The main problem with the grenade arm is just you gotta stop in place to use it.
Oh, yeah. Whoa! I will not get used to that. I think you saw that coming.
Yeah, well, there is a really easy way to figure out which chests are mimics. One, I mean, this is a dungeon we've already been into. But whenever you check a chest, when a dialogue box pops up to tell you what's in it, Mega Man's stuck in place. So if you check a chest and you can move still while it's opening, that automatically means it's a mimic.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah. Like, this one isn't a mimic, though, because we weren't able to get up here before.
It would be cool if the map had like a mark function, since you revisit places so much. Like if you could just like put a tag there, and then
There's
your
a
game
chest
would
here I
save
couldn't
that
reach.
tag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little beyond this game, I think, but it's a
Yeah.
cool feature that could have been.
Oop. So these guys don't take any damage unless they're flipped over. Just about every special weapon in the game can flip them over.
The vacuum?
Not the vacuum. You can flip them over with the Buster too, but at this point of the game, it takes forever just because our Buster isn't particularly strong.
You don't even know what that is, Mega Man.
Look, man,
Put that
I found
back.
a shiny object. It's shiny, that could be worth something.
Put that back. You're the worst.
Look, finders keepers. No.
Mega Man.
There we go.
Even your new arm can't throw grenades properly.
It was like right there, up the blast radius again, but it just wasn't working. So these guys can also be flipped over one other way.
Oh?
You can kick them.
Hey!
I'm about to show that off second. And we're gonna see why, even though I think the kick is neat and it can be pretty useful, why I don't use the kick very often. And it's basically because that you have to be so close to these guys to kick them. Like, and when you don't have analog movement and you can only run forward, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really
You
easy
can't
to
really sneak up on him.
I mean, you could hold down the circle button to walk towards them, but it's a hassle and...
Welcome back to the skill run of Mega Man Legends.
Welcome into the bump into everything run. Take all the damage.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's better.
You drop some health cubes and fine. Sometimes, even if you don't bump into them, you can kick them and they'll flip just enough to bump into your face. So there's one area before, in a previous video, where we came up against a big solid wall we couldn't break through.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And there's also these cracked walls. These are different, though, because they're like individual blocks that can be broken. So they're actually different things. These ones can be blocked by 2 different weapons. The big solid walls can only be broken with 1.
Uh-huh. Are either of those weapons anything the grenade arm?
No.
No. Okay, so that's completely irrelevant to this moment, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Well, gee, thanks.
At least when you're filling in the map squares, though, those walls do get marked.
I see, that is
purple
good.
squares.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Or, like, if there was a color on the map that meant unopened chest.
Yeah. Mega Legends 2 has that.
Perfect. That's
Slightly
all I
different,
want.
not just from encountering a chest, but, you know, it picks up some of the stuff that Ocarina of Time had, where you can, well, just Zelda, I guess, is in Link to the Past too, where you can pick up, you know, like a compass or whatever, and it'll mark unopened chests on the map and stuff like that.
Watch out for these weird running buddies.
That's their official name now. Weird
Running
Running
Buddies.
Buddies. They have such big feet too, look at them.
They look like the sort of robots made to play soccer in some sort of, like, college robot building competition.
Yeah. So the grenade... So if you see that, right there, I have almost no health now. That is how much damage you can take if your shield stays open.
So remember, kids, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Always have your shield repaired. So this game is pretty easy, especially if you continue to buy like the armor upgrades. But if you don't, and if you just stick with like the first armor upgrade, or
Heaven
even none,
help you, my son.
enemies actually do a ton of damage in this game. It's just your shield that keeps almost all of it at bay. Also, sometimes if you just get nicked by a hit, your shield will actually negate all the damage instead of just reducing it.
Oh, handy.
Yeah.
That door was a fearsome enemy.
Yes. Oh! I'm glad those things also hurt enemies.
There we go.
Also, I said the blue refractors were 1,000, but I actually think they're 500. And that's as big as you... Yeah, and that's as big as you get for money pickups. There should have been one for 1,000.
My spreadsheets.
It's okay. You little is on it. He already edited them.
How did he get my spreadsheets? So at this point of the game, we're not really... We're just doing our job, right?
Yeah. The
we
mayor's
haven't
just
stumbled upon a greater purpose yet.
No. The mayor's just like, Mega Man, here are all these keys to these sweet dungeons nobody gets to go into. Can you, like, figure out what's up with those? We don't go in them ever. We are too lazy.
So far, what's going on in them is your average Mega Man's plain old 9 to 5.
Yeah. Mayor, this dungeon was just like all the other dungeons. It was just different, like, palette